going?
76-year-old male, difficulty breathing, not alert.
Okay, we're on our way then.
Unit 4 en route.
The Sun City Center Emergency Squad is Florida's only all-volunteer team of emergency health workers,
Unit 4 on scene.
and it's been operating for 56 years.
You want to bring in the gurney?
But most of its staff are older than the squad.
Unit 4 en route. Tampa General Healthplex.
This ambulance service is made up of approximately 420 people, whose average age is 72. Some have worked up until the day they turn 90.
The advantage we have at our age dealing with our population is if you were dealing with me, you don't know much about being 71 years old,
You're right.
but we're old.
The emergency squad currently serves roughly 22,000 people in Sun City Center, a retirement community just south of Tampa that offers activities like jazzmatazz dancing, lawn bowling, and water aerobics. The squad has 65 married couples on staff, including the chief and his wife, who's an EMT.
You cannot be in this town more than a week and not hear about the emergency squad. And there are people that move here specifically because of that. Because you know you could fall, you know you could go to the hospital. So they buy a home here for that care.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning. How are you? Just fine, thank you.
Nearly all emergency squad visits are funded by community donations, and it continues to provide free around-the-clock service despite the pandemic that threatens both patients and the medical staff. How do you spend your hours here?
Well, we read, and we answer phone.
And we do blood pressures, and
Yeah, we just do
people come in and want equipment. We take calls, but we do not take messages.
So you guys are answering the front desk calls. What do most people call about?
My husband fell and he's stuck in between a toilet and a vanity.
Is that a real call?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
we got
that's
two of those.
What's the craziest call you guys have ever had?
Oh, my husband lost his teeth down the toilet. Can you come and help him?
What are some of the more serious ones?
Well, like I fell. Somebody fell. Yeah.
my husband's not breathing.
There have been over 40,000 reported COVID-19 cases in Hillsborough County, where Sun City Center is located.
Have you ever been or are you being tested for COVID-19?
No, I'm not.
Have you traveled outside the country or been with anyone who has?
No, I haven't.
Have you traveled anywhere?
No.
96.9 and do your hands.
Yes, ma'am.
The squad sanitizes the ambulance multiple times per week, and every time they come into contact with a suspected COVID patient. When responding to potential COVID cases, an EMT staff member goes in first to evaluate the patient. If they believe it's a positive case, Sun City requests a county ambulance to transport the patient to the hospital as a precaution for protecting the older staff members.
We are very proud of the fact that none of our people, since COVID started, have contracted the virus while on duty.
Do you ever worry about him?
Of course, I worry about all the crews that go out because it can be a dangerous job out there.
With COVID, have you guys have to change some of your routines when you get home?
We usually take off all of our clothes and our shoes before we go in the house.
We shut the garage door first because then we take off our clothes. We've been tested at least 3 or 4 times because of possible exposures. So until those tests come back, then you're off duty and you can't come into the squad. It's quicker now. It used to take quite a while.
I think a lot of people have the misconception that when you retire, you're sitting on the back porch in a rocker and waiting to die, and that's just not true.
Everything has to be sanitized.
Okay, I'll get the blood pressure.
Is it easy to feel lonely, like at this stage in life?
Yes, it is.
We have friends that are just prisoners in their house.
It's a horrible feeling. I've lost 3 husbands.
We call her the Black Widow.
And they all died. I didn't kill them.
Yeah.
Are you scared of anything?
No.
Nothing.
Well,
Dying in pain.
yeah, right, pain.
Yeah. That's it.
But I mean, this job, is, I feel like you're constantly thinking about death.
No,
No, because you only
Aren't you?
work. We
Heck, yeah,
don't.
we're thinking about where we're going to lunch now.
That's right. Yeah. Saturday we're going out to a buffet. You know.
So some of your family members are opposed to this?
They're worried about the virus, that we're going to catch the virus. I said, well, I can catch the virus at Winn-Dixie or Publix, for Christ's sake. What's the difference?
You can't live like that. You can't live in fear.
How do you deal with the physical aspect of the job, right? Because many people would look at you and say, you're not getting any stronger. So
And
how do you
every
deal
10
with it?
years, you lose about 10% of your muscle mass. So we have to be smarter about what we do because you don't have the physical brute strength. So we look at leverage, physics, how to do something to make it easier for us. And we want to make sure we leverage people out so that we keep them on the squat. If I get you for one person, you lift and you hurt your back, you're not going to be helping anybody else.
Right. So it's a misconception when people say that seniors can't do this job.
That's right. It is. Because we do it, and you notice the technology where we have the gurneys that will lift them up into the back of the stretcher. That's to prolong the life that someone can be a volunteer. Marcy, can you come out?
You have the person put his hands down here, the strap on either side.
Uh-huh.
The only time you touch the front is to make sure they're equal. Or if it's an exceedingly heavy person, a third person can come here and just shift the weight.
Oh, wow.
This is all done with shifting weight. It's got nothing to do with muscles. So what we do, the person's laying down, would ask them several questions, one
Yeah.
of which is, if we get you up, can you stand up by yourself?
Uh-huh.
If they say yes, we don't believe them. If they say no, then we know we got a problem. This is all like a dance move. So when we get him up, we're gonna drop the front. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
And then you come out like that. So now if he falls this way, we got him. If he falls back, we still got him with the strap. The third person in our crew is gonna come up immediately, hit him in the back of the legs with a chair. He's gonna sit down, we're all set. He weighs a little over 150 pounds.
I was going to say, you're
220.
But in training, I usually take the two smallest women, the people who think, gee, I can't do that, so you're gonna pick B up without getting hurt. The key to it is not only getting him up and without hurting them, but without us getting hurt. And so far, none of us has ever been hurt or dropped anybody doing this.